Hey everybody, Nick here, and today, oh boy, do we have a little task ahead of us. We have ourselves a Benchmade 365, what do you call it? Outlast. Yeah, there we go. And we are going to go ahead and take this guy apart and see what all is inside. Now, this knife has a very interesting set of features. The big one is 2 blades. It's right, none of the blades is centered because, well, there are 2 blades. We have this little guy made out of 3V, and we have this little guy out of S30V. And then we have a strap cutter in the back here. So we're going to have to deal with all 3 of those blades here in this process. I am genuinely not quite sure how this is going to go down. It almost looks to me like there is a ball bearing pivot between the 2 of them. That may be insane, but it kind of looks that way. Just kind of looking between these, I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and take this guy apart and see what we can do. My apologies for my voice. I've just been sick for a little while here. And I'm just getting over the last of it. I'm going to use this handle here to get a little bit more torque. There we go. I just needed a little more torque to get that guy put free. But note that I'm not using a whole lot of force here. If you're ever using a lot of force, you're probably doing it wrong in a knife disassembly. All right. So now we've got the pivot screw loose. What I'll do next is I will pop out this little guy right here. Then I will pop out this little guy right here, which I believe is the pivot screw for the strap cutter. And then I will pop out this little guy right here. Hopefully that'll allow me to lift this piece of G10. Yeah, G10 off the top of it here. Okay, good. So I was correct. That screw was not itself the pivot for this strap cutter, but instead it engaged with the pivot for the strap cutter. Interesting. So we have 2 different detents here. So this is unusual. Well, there, we're losing things. What did I just lose? Oh, what the hell? All right. This is a small ball bearing. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea where it came from. None. Oh, that's where. Okay. Because there's a spring inside here. This right here, this little coil spring here, coupled with this ball bearing, give you the detent for the strap cutter. Okay, now we're with it. All right. That makes sense. Okay, ball, seriously, I know you're a sphere, and you don't have a place to grab, but this is getting redonkulous. Here we go. Jeez. All right. I'm rapidly coming to terms with the fact that I'm not going to be able to do this as a integral style disassembly, or at least maybe I could, but I shouldn't. So we're doing the whole damn thing. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a ride. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. It's going to get way worse from here. All right. Let's pop this out here. Is this whole thing coming out? Yes, it is. Okay. So you go back there. And by the way, this knife disassembly toolkit mat, or a knife disassembly mat, has little slots for everything that I'm using to organize all these pieces that I'm pulling off of this guy. Can be a very helpful affair. I don't know if I've already said this here today, but if you're ever curious about my tools that I'm using for this, NickShabazz/tool, NickShabazz.com/tools has all the information you need. There we go. Now I need to pop this out here. Then I'll need to push out the pivot, and then that should allow us to be roughly disassembled. This should allow me to, oh no, because G10's being held on by the pivot on the other side here. Use this relatively soft watch spring bar tool here to try and push this pivot out. Now what I should be able to do is extract the blades. Holy crap, I was right. So check this out. This is kind of cool, actually. All right, this is now disassembling itself in front of my very... Oh, God, look at that. There are 2 different detent ball arms right here. How the hell am I going to put this thing back together? Pardon my French, but ooh, this just got interesting. Okay, so we have phosphor bronze washers on either side of the blades, but then between the blades we have a ball bearing pivot. I'm going to be completely honest. I have no freaking idea why this is the case. In a scale from 0 to this makes sense to me, this makes no sense to me. But okay. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and clean it up, then we'll figure out how to put this thing back together. That'll be a whole separate question. Oh boy, howdy, this could be a marathon right here. Luckily, I don't have a whole lot going on right now. I've been saving this one not for a rainy day, maybe a little gray, but been saving this one for a day when I knew I had absolutely nothing else going on because I figured it would be a little weird. So here's your detent ball for the outer, which means, yeah, this is your detent ball. By the way, you can see they masked off the DLC area from the pivot. That's always a nice thing to see. Clean this off right here. This will allow me to actually spend some more time with this pocket knife here. Very strange piece. Clean off your pivot. Oh boy, howdy, is this going to be a thing. Maybe it'll go back together super easy. I don't know. There is a specific kind of hubris, I think, in doing these disassemblies blindly. I've now gotten to the point where I've done enough of them that I'm like, I don't want to say expert because, guys, really. But where I have a pretty good sense of how folding knives are often put together in the world. There are things that are a little different, like this guy, that scare me. But for the most part, I feel like I can put them back together. I mean, they're simple machines. Not saying I'm a brilliant man over here. I'm just saying I've done it a fair amount. So that makes things a little easier, but at the same time, there is definitely times where I'm a little bit more questioning of my own skills. Specifically, trying to get these blades put back, and I'm just using this Q-tip here to clean off the area where the washers ride. Inside there, and I will kind of slide it between your detent arms here, just to clean off your detent balls. There we go. Alright, so what we see here is this is using the same Omega springs as always. For better or for worse, and that this is how the axis lock is tensioned, by the way. And then it's got these two arms here, which provide separate and independent detents for the blades. Okay. How am I going to do this? We are ready to reassemble here. Oh, hold on. Go ahead and clean this part off here. And that should be roughly it. Whoa, there's a washer there. I didn't even notice that little tiny washer. All right, and that's a magnetized piece. Okay, I can work with this. This can be done. Don't need to clean the back spacer, but I will anyways. All right. Let's kind of clear up my area here of work and get down to brass tacks. Pocket knives, I suppose. All right, step one is going to be to put the scales back on here. Because whatever I end up doing here, I'm going to need to slide the pivot through, and I also want to have the back spacer in alignment here. So let's go ahead and just start off by putting one scale on. I really don't know whether this is a good approach, but we're going to learn together. All right, back spacer, you go here. Now what I do is I insert the various tubes that are, there we go. Slide this into here. I think I'm out of alignment there, so let's move the back spacer until we are able to slide this through. Come on. There we go. All right. There's one of them. Let's pop the second one in here. This is actually a very fancy little piece here. A D-shaped mill on one side and then this wider part for the pivot. Appreciate that. Okay, it's okay. I dropped that out. Whoa there. No, bad. Ah, damn it. Everything's falling apart already. Everything's Falling Apart is a decent memoir title sometimes. Hopefully not this time. I hope I am done with that area of my life. All right, so there's that. Let's get this in further, all the way down to the edge there. Okay, good. We're good there. Next step is this guy here. Drop this back into positioning. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and flip this guy over. And using a little bit of Loctite here, because a little bit of Loctite is usually a good idea. Got me a Loctite. Put this into position. Okay. Want to make sure these scales stay on. What this will do is, at the very least, it will prevent some things from falling out. And every little bit of that is a good idea. Those screws appear to be the same size. Maybe they're not, but we'll find out in the grand scheme of things. Okay. Right now, my goal is not to have everything fully cranked down. My goal is just to have everything in position. That way, I have fewer degrees of freedom as I'm manipulating this whole beast here. All right. Now here comes the fun part. Which blade goes where? This blade goes on the top here, I can tell, because you can see there is a, this milled pocket here is for the bearing, which will sit in the middle. Go ahead and use some 10-weight nano oil here for the bearing surface. And that will allow that to rotate freely. Now, one possibility here is that what I'm going to be able to do is insert these two blades together in this way. Get that bearing inside of its pocket and then insert these blades together. The problem with this is that I need to get them past this detent. Or actually these detents. So what I'm thinking I can do is maybe take these guys and slide them through like this, and basically use the blades themselves to pop those detents open. The problem here becomes that I don't have the washers in position yet. However, I'm dreaming here. I'm going to go ahead and put some lubrication on there, as well as over there. I'm dreaming here that I'll be able to slide those washers in post hoc. Holy crap, this is working. All right. So I've got that washer in there, and it's sort of speared. Now the other side, I've put this watch spring bar tool in here just so that everything is sort of in position. Need to do the same exact thing over here. Reach through here, or oil this area for the washer. Now, can I get this washer in? Yes, I can. Holy crap. Okay. No, wait. All right. So now what we have, actually, this watch spring bar tool is our pivot. Everything is in position. We have the bearings is still in there. Holy crap. The washers is still in there. Holy crap. Now what I need to do is use the pivot itself to basically chase this, this spring bar tool. What direction does the D shape need? Okay, D shape goes up here. So I'm just going to kind of push this through. Now, in order to get this pivot through, because of the nature of the axis lock, I need to pull it back here in order to press this the rest of the way through. And as I'm doing that, I might need to lift or manipulate the blades in some way in order to get the pivot through each of them. Maybe it's better to do this from a vertical orientation. I'm applying pressure to the pivot here. All right, come on. Whoa, that got dangerous. Did that just pop through? No. Oh, damn it, I just fell off the detent. That's what happened. Okay. So I really badly need to get these in alignment here. Oh, this is gonna suck. Because I'm trying to thread like 5 things onto this. All I need to do is one thing at a time. I need to spear the washer first. Have I done so? It looks... No, I have not. In fact, I'm not even through the freaking liner yet. What's going on here, people? I'm kind of looking between the layers here to get a sense of what's going on. Why is this not coming out of there to start with? There is a D shape there as well. Okay, I'm going to lubricate this tip here a little bit more. See if I can get that better. All right, come on. Why is this not? Well, maybe it is now through. That's my fundamental problem here, is that I can't, if I can't get this pivot, oh, damn it, now both blades are off the detent. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah. Okay, different tack, different strategy. Swing and a miss. To start with, why the hell can't I get this detent, or this pivot into anywhere? Let's figure that out. That is mystery number one. Then I'll retry what I've been doing. If I can't, pardon me. If I can't get this pivot through here, then nothing's possible anyways. Okay, I'm going to try and loosen the, loosen this screw here. Maybe it's the case that the G10 and the liner is subtly out of alignment. As a result, we are struggling to get things popped together. I'm going to loosen this screw back here as well. That should give us a little more leeway. The alignment looks like it should be okay, but... oh, there we are. Okay, good. So what I'm going to try and do here is pop this slightly back out, but not all the way back out. Yeah, okay. So now, right now, the pivot is flush. Good. One problem solved, right? Now what I need to do is redo that process that I did earlier. I will go ahead and, while I've got this apart, make sure this is all lubricated here, because, yeah, that's all good to go. Now what I do is that same thing again, where I basically take these blades here and I slide them between the liners, use them to pop the detents apart themselves, get the blades into position. Now the next step here is to get a set of washers into place. How am I going to detect that I've done so successfully on this side? All right, let's drop the washer in. Oh, boy. This is a pain in the neck. I am familiar with a variety of types of neck pain, but this is up there. All right. Why is this washer not in position? I reach through here and attempt to guide the washer into its proper location. Using this spring bar tool, I will know it has been put in that proper location when I am able to pop this thing together. Tell me, my... Okay, have we speared the washer? Maybe. Looks like we might have. Okay, great. It looks like we have. Okay, next step is going to, damn it. One of the blades is off the detent. Okay, we're good. We're back to good. I'm going to go ahead and disengage the access lock with my thumb here, and my goal now... Oh, these detents make this suck. I've lost the washer. Okay, new strategy. I'm going to get one of these freaking blades in place. Let's see if I can manage even that much. Oh, I can't do that because the freaking... If this pivot would slide freely, my life would be a hell of a lot easier. Here. New strategy, redux. Let's go ahead and try and get this washer onto the pivot here. So I have, just ahead of time, so I have one fewer problem to solve later on. The moral of this story at this point is, of course, do not disassemble and maintain your Benchmade Outlast here. Or perhaps do not purchase it. I don't know. That's going to be for you to decide. However, you bastard. All right. Come on, get on there. Oh, it's like freaking horseshoes. All right. It's, what, 10 a.m. and I already need a drink. And I don't even drink. It's the worst part. Can't do anything about it. All right. So, next step here is disengage lock bar and try and press this damn pivot through at least one of these blades. There. Oh, hold on. Victory. Minor victory. Now I need to spear the Oh, guys, I am so close, it's not even funny. All right. So I have both blades speared. I've got the bearing in the middle. All I need to do is get this last washer in position. And I think I can do this. Holy crap. Push, 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 push. Work. Loosening the axis. Oh, push, work, damn you. Come on, don't fight me. This doesn't want to go in yet. Put a little extra gronk on it in the back here. God, it would help if this pivot actually wanted to go in these holes. Hey, there we go, we're through. We have two pivots, or two washers and a bearing in the middle there. I'm going to go ahead and use this titanium tool here from RB Tools. Enigma pocket probe there to push that the rest of the way through. Hallelujah. All right. Now, next. We should at this point be, yeah, okay, good. Let's go ahead and get on this process. I'm going to drop this here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of lubrication on this blade over here. Am I in the wrong hole? Yes, I am in the wrong hole. Probably helps lubricate the right hole, you know. Just saying. That will make things easier. All right, put that there. Oh, actually, hold on. Before I do that, I do this. I take this little screw, or this little spring here, drop it into this little hole. I put this little ball on top of that little spring, which provides the ball detent for the, which, by the way, is not it's a nice little mechanism there. All right. Now, at this point in time, I put on the G10. The end is nigh. Not like the big end, but, you know, this end. The end of this 23-minute assembly. All right. Let's go ahead and put this in here. I don't want to lose that ball. Okay, there's that. Next thing. Oh, this is just clip. Wait. Yeah. Go ahead and put this here. I'm dripping oil all over the place on my table. Sweet. Let's go ahead and put this guy up here. I am so close to done with this, I can taste it. It tastes like I sure wish I'd picked other knives to review. I need, where is my screwdriver? I have 2 on the screen right now, but that's not enough for me. All right, here we go. Go ahead and clean off this screwdriver. And put the pivot into position. And I'm over-tightening right here because that'll ensure that this part over here gets pulled all the way into the G10. Now I'll loosen it up a little bit. All right. That's way too tight. That's actually not that tight at all. I mean, the action on this guy wasn't good to start with, but, you know, I was hoping I could do a little better. No play. Centering is not a thing. That's too loose. Did I put the bearing in the wrong freaking hole? What I'm seeing here is my phosphor bronze washer is over there. So what that means is I'm taking this thing back apart again. But hopefully not completely. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know how, but because I lifted the thing off of the damn, so this ended up around the wrong place. Okay, that's why. All right, we should be good to go now. It's not this disassembly making me ill. It's just the remnants of some flu and pneumonia or other cholera, something. Ebola. Hopefully not Ebola. All right, there we go. Here we go. Now we tighten the pivot down. See what we can do here for the whole affair. Okay, so will this deploy? Yes. Considerable blade play. Tighten that down a little bit. This might just have blade play. I didn't actually check that before. Actually, yes, I did. That's right. This does have just blade play. But that's okay. Not in this dimension, which is the relevant one. Okay, now how does this deploy? Laboriously. How does this deploy? Oh, that ain't good. Are all of my washers in position? They are. Is my bearing in place in the middle? It is. All right. Let's try loosening this guy up a little bit. That's a little better. No play. No play. This actually feels about where it, maybe a little nicer than where it was when we started off. And now that the lubrication is distributing itself a little bit better, things are improved. I will go ahead and put some thicker heavyweight oil on the top of the axis lock area here, because that will allow this guy to lubricate the opening and closing process a little bit more. There you go, that's better. Whoever thought it was a good idea to put this thing at the back of this is just taking crazy pills. All right. Oh, Benchmade. I couldn't not review this knife. Like, let's be real. That's much nicer. All right, we'll break it in. Oh, hallelujah. Well, there you go. There was your 30-minute disassembly of your Benchmade Outlast. I was able to outlast this knife, and everything worked out well in the end. But boy, was it a journey. All right, don't stop believing, and have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Get it? Journey joke? Bye now.